From Los Angeles, California, we are the Mad Scientist Party Hour.
Oh, hello, friends! Welcome back to another episode of Mad Scientist Party Hour. My name's Kevin Kraft, joined by a man who's nude from the waist down and is currently trying to inflate his boner by blowing air down his pee hole. That's Geoff Clark.
Yeah, and I'm going to do that while I'm solving a Rubik's Cube.
Oh,
I can
boy.
play games. I can play games too during the podcast, Shuddy.
And transmitting it to us from the Bucks County Jail, the bearded booger-eating felon known as Shuddy Boy.
Yo. Brah, brah.
And back once again for his 5,000th appearance, it's the great, the one, the only, Dustin Ybarra.
Yeah, thanks for this statue, man. It means a lot to me.
Yeah. The jacket will be on its way.
Long overdue.
I know
Jackets
the left
are
arm.
better than statues.
The left arm's a little bit longer than the right arm. We got that info to the tailor. The golden jacket awaits.
We're going to think of a cool nickname. We blew the good nickname Capadonna on someone, and I don't know if we can just recycle it. I kind of want to recycle it because it's such a good name. But
That's true. I mean, the old school Capadonna has relinquished said title.
yeah, long time ago. The statute of limitations has passed.
Yeah.
You always know about the statute of limitations, Geoff. Like,
He Googles it in every country.
Oh, yeah. I have a whole bunch of reminders set on my iCal.
I got a
about-
statute of limitations question. I called Geoff.
Yeah, you know how like
Absolutely.
when some people go
Geoff,
to
I'm in Alabama 3 years ago. Help.
you know how some people when they go to the casino to play blackjack, they have that little card to check? Similar to
I'm
what
telling
Geoff
you,
has.
I have reminders
He
of
carries it
statute of-
around in his wallet.
Oh, it's laminated.
You guys are the worst.
Oh
I
man.
couldn't get my joke in because your guys' was so fucking good. We'll just leave it. Whatever.
Oh my God, Dusty.
Yeah, did you see that? It exploded.
You just hit us with a fucking Pantene commercial.
Basically, what happened was they saw me with my hat on, and my hair was tucked under it, and I took it off, and everyone's mind was, dude, look at that, dude.
Man, you got fucking volume. You look like a bearded.
I look like,
You look like a bearded Kathy Ireland.
dude, don't I look a little bit like Aquaman? Like, I'm thinking about doing cameo for that guy, you know?
Dude,
Oh, hey, fucking Timmy, your birthday's here. Fuck you. You know?
I mean,
Oh,
why aren't you going,
I'm really hungover right now, Timmy. But you're 16. That's when I first fingered a mermaid. So
you should go into your mom's purse and send Aquaman all of her cash.
listen, hey, basically, like, I'm your dad, bro. Don't I look like it?
Dude, I seriously am like racking my brain to try and find a way I can write a buddy comedy with you and Jason Momoa.
Basically,
I checked the age gap. It's too small to be like an estranged son thing.
it's got to be a brother. It's got to be a half brother thing, right?
Yeah, it's got to be either like a brother, someone got given up for adoption, or a long lost cousin or some shit.
I don't know why you just don't write a remake of Twins.
Because the age difference. They can't be twins.
What's the age difference between Arnold and Danny DeVito?
5 minutes.
Oh no,
they're twins.
That ship has sailed probably like that. Oh no.
Yeah, they're still
something else, Shuddy.
they're still trying to make triplets happen.
It's a pass. Let's come up with another story arc.
Come on,
for Jason
Shuddy.
Momoa
Yeah.
and
Perhaps
Dustin
you give us
Ybarra.
another thing.
Yeah, we couldn't even get Dustin attached to your idea, Shuddy.
Fucking idiot.
Bro, listen, I talked to the mermaids, I talked to the fucking sea people, I talked to the sea mermaids, they passed, bro. They never fucking passed.
Yeah, the Sea People Union has given you 2 thumbs down.
Yep. Fair enough.
I do have to kick things off, Geoff. What might be your favorite segment?
Random brain question?
I believe so.
Spoiler alert.
The only problem is, here we go.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's now time for today's Random Brain question.
So this popped into my head recently. When do you think your second voice change is due to hit? Because like everybody gets the voice change when they're a kid, where their voice gets a little bit deeper. But then at some point you get that voice change where you get like old person voice. And it's not always necessarily old person, but voices do change. Like, I don't know, I feel like through Howard's career, if you listen to Howard Stern tapes back in the day, his voice was different. Like, I keep waiting for it to hit.
Does it have anything to do with your habits, you think?
I think that does, and I think it's just a gradual change. It just as you get older and your voice box ages and deteriorates, then your voice changes.
And I wonder too, like, because Howard was he got more confident. Like, if you're more confident, does your voice box change? You know what I'm saying? Like,
actually, I think so.
Right? Because
Because I mean, he's
like very confident, so it's like, I don't know.
His old shows that they sometimes air on Sirius.
And
he's very
like,
high pitched.
Hey, what's up, guys? We're high pitch. Say what's up.
He does have a very high voice. It's weird, and now his voice is so deep. Like if you have the bass turned up in your car, you can your windows are going to start thumping. He's got a very prominent voice.
Hey, motherfucker, turn that down. This is Biggie. Oh, sorry, this is Howard. Sorry.
I thought about this recently, though. Maybe Dusty or Shuddy know this name, but there's this college football coach named Ed Orgeron. He's an LSU guy, and he has the deepest fucking voice, and he's got like a Louisiana accent, and it's, I don't know, I wish you could like listen to it on the fly, but it was the deepest accent, and it just had me thinking, like, at what age did this guy have that voice? You know what I mean? Like, did he really have that voice at like 16, 17?
Oh, like a dodgeball. It's like, all right, shirts and skins, motherfucker.
Yeah, when did Rip Torn get his voice?
That's me. You go over there.
Yeah, when
imagine he hits puberty at a young age and he's walking around with that voice at 14, like he's in middle school with that.
Placing
just
beer orders.
Commanding everyone. All right, shirts and skins. It's gonna be 2 rounds.
Like he can call into the principal's office and get himself out of school by just pretending to be his father.
Oh my God. I was dating this girl one time, and she wanted me to call and get her out of school and pretend to be her dad. And I was like, this was kind of like before my voice changed. And I was like, I can't even qualify like over the phone as a fucking 17-year-old dude, let alone like a 35-year-old man. Like no one's buying this. She's like, it's cool. My dad has a high voice. They're not gonna know. So
my dad had a high voice.
I called and I vouched for her and said that I was her dad and she was sick and wouldn't be coming into school today. Within 20 minutes, she was busted. They humored me and they were like, "Okay, Mr. Bleep, we've got it on record." And then they must have immediately called her real dad. And they were like, "There some woman called in trying to pretend to be you."
I believe Ellen DeGeneres called in to say your daughter was sick.
Do you have an Aunt Tilda?
Oh wow. I love the shit burgers Ellen DeGeneres has been eating. I actually have that on my notepad that if we got into a rut to bring that up.
I was wondering about that. It's like, ugh.
But Kevin, you should have like asked her to return the favor. Like, all right, you call to pretend to be my mom. You get me off of work. Show me how it's done.
Straight up, I got an audition for Ellen DeGeneres next Monday. So you guys don't fuck this up for me, man.
Yeah, shut it.
All right.
Don't make us hit the bleep button.
It wasn't on my notepad.
Yeah, no, never mind. We won't go there since, Dusty's career is partially riding on it.
Yeah, when society opens back up, I used to walk down the street and people would ask for photos thinking I was Ellen. Now they're just going to throw poop at me. Look, there's that evil bitch.
She's dangerously close to being canceled.
I love the idea. Have you seen Eric Andre's campaign to replace her?
Yes, that's so funny.
And keep
I thought I saw an internet campaign for him to replace her, but did he actually start it?
He didn't start it, but he's been retweeting it and supporting it. Like, keep
So
the
he's
format.
leaning into it.
Yeah, like don't change the name of the show at all. Keep it called the Ellen DeGeneres Show, and it's just Eric Andre hosting it, and he hosts it like he hosts the Eric Andre Show.
I think it should be the Shuddy Show, perhaps. Like, is that a stretch? Like,
Give Chevy Chase another shot at it.
no,
No,
Shuddy.
he said Shuddy.
Oh, Shuddy! I
He
thought you said
thinks I
Chevy.
But
should
Chevy
replace
as well.
Ellen.
They both got an equal chance. They're both equally as racist. So I don't know.
Wait a second.
I
Hold
would-
on. I got to defend my man Shuddy here. Ellen's way more racist, I would think.
Thank you, Jeff.
I would love to see Shuddy start
look
the
at,
show.
Look
and,
at Jeff's V-neck. You kind of look Eleni right now, bro.
I want all the fans to see my masculinity, my sexuality, just all the alphaness that I bring to this podcast.
Yeah,
You
Dustin.
do.
Dustin,
See the taco meat?
since we started doing the show over video and posting full episodes on YouTube, both Jeff and Shuddy have been trying to out-seduce each other. Shuddy's like spreading his legs and be like, oops, my ball bag slipped out. And Jeff is just like, oh, anybody want a titty fuck my cleavage? Look at my plunging V-neck. Shuddy,
both
look,
of them have
Shuddy's
their,
pulling his
strengths,
titties out.
Too, you can't decide.
Me and Shuddy text each other after and before the shows too. I text him after, like, "Damn, good shot, dude. Good shot. That shit with your left leg up. You should do that more often."
Nice.
I don't know. I like the V-necks, dude. Like, I've always been. I think we talked about this sometime like the last few years. Not that recently, but I prefer V-necks over crew necks.
I
What?
like it, Jeff. And
I
I like
don't
it
know, how do
Shuddy as well.
Weigh
Listen,
in on
I
that,
like both
guys.
you guys.
Well, I
They
like
both
and
like
respect
a couple
you
of
too.
fellas that I would like hang out with.
I would drink beers with you too, Dusty, if I could.
Well, we can't anymore, Jeff. The last time
We're-
you saw
We're
me
grounded.
at the Comedy Magic Club, and that's not going to happen ever again.
You know, comedy and magic are things of the past. Those are 2000.
I like how magic is things of the past.
As long as it's safe distancing.
You will never
magic,
know
we
magic
can do it.
again, my son. My
Yeah.
son, once I saw a man. He took a penny. He made it into two. But you will never know of that world.
There
Yeah.
used to be men and women on stages, and they would try to make us laugh.
No.
2019.
A crock of shit, right?
I tell my kids all this shit happened.
Well, hey, guys. I got some
Pull us out of this
news
depressing rut.
hot off the presses from 21 years ago.
Oh, man.
Oh,
you'd like
do
to hear.
you?
Yeah.
Did my
in the
granddad
room.
get in trouble?
So, Dustin, I wrote for my school paper when I went to Bing Bong School. And I wrote the horoscopes in it, and they actually won an award one year. I was the only person who wrote for this. I was the only thing that won the school paper an award were my goofy fucking horoscopes. And I thought I saved all of them, but I saved all of the school papers and then lost them. And I got a text from my stepdad saying he was cleaning out the attic, and he's like, "You'll never guess what I just found."
There it is. I was sitting
You
here.
gotta be shitting.
Man, fucking Shuddy's just like wandering around grumbling in the background.
Yeah, Shuddy's like,
we're not doing a
fucking
show or anything.
Philadelphia Eagles concert right now.
So my stepdad texted me a picture of a stack of them. He's like, "Look what I just found." So he sent them to me, and I've been skimming through them, and turns out I was very excited just to get my horoscopes because it's been so long since I've read them, but I was very proud that I won an award for my writing, even if it only was for horoscopes. Turns out they are not the star of the show. There is so much happening in these fucking tiny little, usually 6 to 8 page papers. Man, I
I
don't
mean,
even
last week in the inaugural issue, we got to hear Kevin's review of 8mm starring Nicolas Cage.
For the first edition of our newspaper, I reviewed a movie about snuff films.
That was like the most popular movie genre back in the day.
Yeah. Snuff films were big in the late 90s.
I remember like it was like a Blockbuster. Perhaps the snuff film section is what you're looking for. Perhaps you like a snuff film.
So we can jump straight to that. The two movies I reviewed in the May 1999 issue of my school newspaper was Idle Hands and The Matrix.
That's a great one.
Give me Idle Hands first. Yeah, that is great. I'm looking forward to that one too.
Yeah,
Dusty.
Little Devon Sawa action.
Yeah. Apparently, I did not like Idle Hands. And so this was when Jessica Alba didn't even have the star power to get mentioned in the starring in. It just says Idle Hands starring Devon Sawa, Seth Green, and Vivica A. Fox. No mention of Jessica Alba. Let's see. I don't even think I mentioned her ass in it. Because that was the first time we got to see the power of her butt, was when she's like...
Yeah, I remember that was a very like coming of age type of thing. Remember that?
I've never seen Idle Hands. I'm going to IMDb this right now.
Now, I remember that was the first time, like, white dudes, they let you see butt, you know? It was very, like, wow.
It definitely sprouted a couple of new chest hairs for me. So let's see what my review says. Idle Hands is a comedy horror about an evil spirit that will possess the right hand of the laziest waste of space it can find and kill as many people as possible. Once the spirit is through with his hand, it moves on to the next lazy person. Man, fucking writing skills are top notch here.
Someone would come out with.
So it says he unconsciously kills many people in his town, and when he finally discovers that he is the crazed murderer the cops are after, his hand goes berserk and kills his two friends. Holy fucking spoiler alert.
Yeah, for real.
It's
Jessica Alba has she's kind of got like a Karen haircut in this movie.
She does a little bit, man. She's a little like sorry, I'm trying to clip on my fan.
You definitely want to talk to your manager.
The final paragraph of the review says, Idle Hands had its funny parts and its scary parts, but it just didn't do it for me. It tried way too hard to be a non-stop laugh flick, but it fell short. The special effects and makeup jobs were great. If you want to see Dexter Holland of The Offspring get killed, then you might enjoy it. I give this movie 2 stars.
Oh, 2 dicks.
Shut the fuck up, guy who reviews shit. Just
Kevin,
know what you went through, Kevin.
Kevin, I think we're better at reviews then than you are now.
I might be.
We need you to harness old Kevin.
Well, you know, I just do my movie reviews just riffing. I don't sit down and type them out.
Or have them edited by anybody.
Yeah, I'm sure the editors at the podium were rough.
I gave The Matrix 5
I had
ticks.
this whole conversation typed out. I even knew what everyone was going to say.
You're 2 seconds away from a wedgie, Dusty.
Come on, man.
You knew you were going to say that, Geoff.
He would have blocked my wedgie.
It was in the rundown that
Shuddy
Shuddy
a
sent.
wedgie.
No, because my bot lets people do whatever. Listen, you fucking look at you with a V-neck trying to tell people anything.
And I'm solving a Rubik's Cube.
Are you
This were
solving
the olden
it?
days, you'd be dead.
Are you solving it though, Geoff, or are you making it worse?
I'm not making it better, I'll tell you that. Can someone take a picture of this, put this on Instagram? Instagram just needs to see how fucking wonderful I look with a V-neck and a Rubik's Cube.
I mean, we're filming
look
this,
like
Geoff.
Double.
You look like if you kept looking at the model. And you know how your eyes like go different, like if you just kept looking at the same thing.
When you were working that Rubik's Cube, Geoff, you look like the guy who's 2 quarantine days away from hanging himself.
Geoff,
Oh,
hold up the Rubik pose. Pose for me.
Let's see some nipple. All right, now a little bit of dickhead.
I'm actually in good spirits right now with the whole lockdown stuff. They gave me sports back, so I'm good. I was
The missing piece.
9% of the problem. I have things to gamble on. I got things to do for work. I have irons in the fire. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. I have income coming from like 8 different places. I love
Shut the fuck up.
Serious.
Stop.
You know what I'm talking about. You go on tour.
Not anymore.
I'm on like a digital tour right now. Hitting up this website, hitting up that
It's
website.
called unemployment, Geoff.
You know, blowing a few loads on OnlyFans.
They gotta ask I blew a few certify the loads that you blew.
I'll wipe it
I
off
think
with
that's a
my
good
V-neck.
pivot. So, do you guys, when I do OnlyFans and I subscribe to a girl, I usually hit the unsubscribe button like immediately after, because it auto renews unless you hit the unsubscribe button. And I know I got to do it, and like it's almost like I told myself as soon as I get an OnlyFan, I subscribe to an OnlyFan account, that I have to unsubscribe, because if I don't, then I'll be paying this woman money for the rest of her life.
So, are you worried that when you pay your monthly fee and then hit unsubscribe, that it'll notify the dude?
Wait, there's no dudes involved.
Man, that was so funny. My fan just fell.
Didn't they ban you, Geoff?
They didn't ban me. No.
You violated our company policy, Jeff Clark, of telling all the models to smile more.
It wasn't a ban. They just blocked a couple of my email addresses and my regular name.
A couple of his email addresses.
All right, now
Yeah, more than like, oh my god, it's like you got like dark web email addresses. Jeff.
Hey guys, it's me, Dookie Boy the Cocksucker 3 at Gmail.
Dusty, I go 30
still
email
playing
addresses
Pokemon
deep.
Go.
He'll never get away from me digitally.
Man, don't
All right.
I look like a character with my hair?
You look like you've been hunting for metal for a while.
Dude, I look like that fucking thing from Neverending Story 2. Remember that motherfucker?
You
Like,
kind of look
Alcor.
like Forrest Gump if he never went running that one time.
You mean never stopped running?
No, he never started. Like if
That's so
instead
funny.
Dusty just chilled on the shrimp boat and was like, "No, I'm good."
Oh my
I'm
God.
not gonna run. I'm just
Jeff,
eating
I
shrimp."
hate that you landed that amount of funny just now, but I will accept it.
It's all
You
he's
even
got
used
in
it
him for the
once.
next 6 months, so he just wasted it
That
all.
was good. All
all
right,
my-
listen. All right, I gotta go. No.
I've been saving that. all episode.
Gosh, right. Oh my gosh, that was a good
All I
one,
need,
Jeff.
and I've done it. I've done it for this episode. That's all I needed to do. I need to land one really good joke for a professional comedian, and I did it. Shuddy, what are you going to do today? You better win your Madden game. I'll tell you that.
Oh, I'm winning. Don't worry. Don't you worry.
Okay.
What are you
All
Don't
doing?
you worry.
Jesus, I was in Pennsylvania the other day, and no one knew who you were.
Where were you in Pennsylvania?
Everywhere. The Dairy Queen, the other Dairy Queen. No one fucking knew you.
Jesus Christ, Shuddy.
Literally, you're less than a peanut butter parfait, bro. Like,
If you go to the local Lowe's and tell them that you're looking for the guy who comes in wearing the tank top that either says Los Angeles Kush or Dabs for Days, spelled D-A-Z-E, then they'll know who you're talking about.
Damn. I love when a guy's or someone's known just by their AKAs.
Because when I go to Lowe's for the bathroom remodel, I'm using the shirts that I cut up to work in, and they are both marijuana tank tops.
All right, everybody, the Stoner Beefcake is here. So back to the paper. Here's another thing
we got really...
I forgot existed. I don't even remember doing this. Apparently, I interviewed the fucking headmaster for the paper.
Oh, wonderful.
And one of the first questions I asked him is when are we getting co-ed dorm rooms?
Really?
Yes.
How exactly did you phrase it? What was your phrasing of the question? Read it.
When's the pussy in? When's the pussy out?
When are we getting?
Give us your daughters.
When are we getting co-ed dorm rooms? And his answer was, I don't think we'll be doing that. And then
He didn't completely roll it out.
I asked him, when do you think our school will be as respected and well known as Harvard? This whole fucking
dude.
interview was basically a troll job. I asked him his shoe size.
Were you serious, or did you know you were fucking with him at the time?
Oh, I knew I was fucking with him. I was the biggest troll when I was in high school.
I can't believe that somebody at the newspaper, an advisor for the newspaper didn't, vet your questions first.
I asked him, are you a wheel watcher? And he just answered no.
To me, it's kind of crazy that they had no one else that could do this stuff.
I know. They sent the fucking the joke writer to interview the headmaster. This is the biggest fucking dig I took at him. So I guess because it was a school for people with learning disabilities. So as a joke, we all referred to each other as LD, learning disabled. And I asked him, when you were 10, did you know you wanted to be the headmaster of an LD school?
Dude, I shouldn't even be this. Ruined my career. This spot.
And what did he say?
I think it's fine. That wasn't a.
He wrote no, but it's basically I'm just sitting there interviewing him. So, did you always want to be the headmaster of Dum Dums? And then I asked him.
He was probably well within his rights to just slap the shit out of you.
Many times.
You're a little cunt.
And then I asked him if they'll ever make action figures of him. And he said, I'm not sure there's a market for that.
Nice. This guy sounds very professional.
So you don't remember doing this?
No.
You had to have done it in person.
Yeah.
The conversation.
It must have been terrible.
I mean, he knew I was a little fuckface.
Yeah, but it wasn't awkward ever. He didn't give off the impression that this was the worst experience that he had all week, because it sounds just terrible.
I was a little fuckface, man. If I was ever in a position to fuck with a teacher or anybody in authority, it was never awkward for me. It was like when you're trolling people, Jeff, do you ever feel awkward?
No. I mean, I'm mostly doing it online behind a keyboard.
Oh, well, yeah, I had no problem just firing shots at my headmaster face to face.
Oh, apparently. No, when I was a kid, when I was a preteen, I fucking... when you have nothing, you're just all right, I'm going to fuck with this guy. And just... this guy's got a life. He's got a marriage, but I'm like, you know what?
No, I get being a little asshole and getting in the... all of it makes sense to me. Even Kevin getting in a position to ask these little cunty questions, where I'm confused is how did you never get the vibe of him being pissed off at you, or how does it I feel like after 3 questions he should have been all right, that's it. I have some more work to do. And just kicked you out of his office. He's answering you he's you're the press and he owes you the interview.
Well, this was because remember last week I read from the very first issue that we ever put out, and I said next week we're going to do a special one, and I kind of teased it. So when I went through the stack of papers to try and find this one, I realized I wasn't going in order. So this is from issue 3. I thought we were going to just go 1, 2, 3 and just go in chronological order, but I had to jump that because I teased the wrong issue. So this was only the 3rd issue of the school paper. So maybe he just felt pressure to do it, or maybe he reprimanded the teacher that recommended me for the assignment. Of all the fucking... every dork in this school is writing for the paper. You send the fucking jerk-off stoner kid after me? What the hell are you doing?
I just can't imagine a world where his secretary doesn't buzz like 3 minutes in and say it's time for him to go to a meeting, or he has some important phone call on the line.
Oh, dude, it was a school of 120 kids from grade 8 to senior in high school. This guy had no fucking pressing meetings to go to.
It's ridiculous. The whole thing is ridiculous. This is what makes you great, and your story so fascinating. Why do you have a fucking newspaper at retard school? Like, if you're going to a school with kids with learning disabilities, they shouldn't be part of the press. Like, that's not like they shouldn't have their own press. There's nothing. That's ridiculous.
I have a severe issue with you with you going after my disability, Geoff. I'm gonna sue your ass.
You said you've
for
been
harassment.
at retard school for 9 years.
I believe I referred to it as Bing Bong School today, Geoff.
Today. Oh man. All right. Hey, fuck me. Whatever. I'm just saying, if there's only 120 people and they're learning challenged, maybe you guys shouldn't have a newspaper, because this is what's going to happen.
Well, look, but this helped me towards my inevitable career of being a professional goofball / ball buster.
That's true.
So it helped me. I don't know about the rest of these bing bongs, but helped me.
See, maybe you shouldn't be shitting on school ever again, because school is good for children's development.
I never said it wasn't.
Am
I
Dustin?
I'll give you one more question that I asked my headmaster, and this one's more of a dig on me, because I said, I want to send my kids here. Can I trust this school will still be here in 20 years? And he wrote, absolutely. And here we are, 21 years later, no kids to send off to Bing Bong School. So fuck me. That was the final question I asked him, and in retrospect, he won that exchange.
Yeah, he got you a couple times too. Is it ever gonna have the reputation of Harvard? Man, he should have slapped the shit out of you right there. He didn't even. The answer was fucking either he was re-trolling or he was being a moron. He could have easily been like, "What, dude? That's a college.
You know what?
Isn't college.
He probably." He knew what I was going for. He didn't want to give me the satisfaction. He knew if he just stayed level-headed and fucking cool the whole time, I couldn't win. But they still printed this shit. I can't believe they printed this stupid shit.
Interesting. Is this a situation where everyone won?
Kind of.
You got some great podcast content. It helped your career. It helped you become a professional goofball, as you said. The principal, he was professional the whole time. He probably just his focus and the fact that you didn't get him to get riled up. I mean, I think everyone wins. It's a good situation. That's a good. Thank you for helping me out there. I needed help with that.
You're welcome.
All right. Well, that's
a dad word.
So before we get to the piece de resistance, Campus Speaks Out, I'll give you guys
It's good.
A couple more crafty horoscopes.
Oh yes. Can you do Virgo first? I know I'm being selfish, but
okay. Virgo. Here we go, Geoff. You are going to win $1 million. Too bad.
Spend it on dicks.
At one time, or like.
Let him finish. There was a too bad.
It says you're going to win $1 million. Too bad the IRS has plans to tax you big time. You will only end up winning $15.67. It's a sick, sad world, but at least you got $15.67 out of it.
God, I hate the government. They would do that to me, wouldn't they? Those sons of bitches.
And your lucky
IRS
numbers
come and just ganked me.
Your lucky numbers are 6, 22, and 13. Shuddy, you're a Capricorn, right?
Correct.
All right, yours is, ever heard of black snow? Well, it's coming, but only people under Capricorn can see it. Even if you take pictures, No one else can see it. Keep this a secret, though. People will think you're crazy and send you off. Not one of my stronger outings.
Yeah, that sucked. Well, whatever.
Yeah, can't win them all.
What is it? Dustin, what's your horoscope? Read Dustin's.
I don't know. Your dad's out there somewhere. Keep looking, son.
No, what's your sign?
No.
Oh, Cancer.
Oh, that's me. So my running gag was Cancer every month was like the best horoscope out of anybody.
Oh,
So-
was it really?
Yeah.
Why?
Because it was mine. I got to write the horoscope, so I just made mine the best thing ever every month.
Oh, but Cancer's a shitty one. It's like that crab that's like, oh, I'm sensitive and I'm a crab.
Yeah, not when I'm writing it.
Not big.
Oh, you're like, this crab just fucking fucked a mermaid. This crab's dominating right now.
Do you point out every time that it's your sign? Like you did in the first one where you're like, this isn't just because it's mine.
Kind of. So this one says, your future looks bright. The college you want to get into will accept you. I think I heard your parents talking about how they got you a Dodge Viper. Lucky you! Hey, it's not my fault Cancer's having a good year. Ha 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 ha. Here, I'll throw a couple more
Terrible
out.
high school kid.
Dude, don't I look like Jason Momoa right now? Watch. Isn't that like it?
You look like stoned Jason Momoa.
Dustin, you look just like Jason Momoa. Just like him.
Thanks, bro. Thanks, bro.
All right, I'll throw one out there for Aquarius.
Aquarius.
See that person across from you? No, don't look! That person is an undercover spy. What I want you to do is calmly and slowly grab that fork and throw it across the room. With any luck, it should impale the spy's shirt against the wall and save the day. Lucky numbers, 72, 44, Y2K. Very
I
topical
love that
joke.
you were inciting violence in a horoscope.
Yeah, this might be the edgiest issue of the podium ever. Between me trolling the headmaster of the school, my horoscopes inciting violence. At least I didn't review a snuff film.
But Jason Momoa can. Check it out. This is where the chick gets shot. No. Come on, Jason.
Here's one for Sagittarius. If you love a butterfly, set it free. And if it comes back,
Sagittarius.
it's yours. And if it doesn't come back, it wasn't meant to be. But honestly, what are the chances of a butterfly coming back? Seriously now, people! Boom! Tss. Fucking stuck the landing on that one.
Man.
Man, if the headmaster didn't beat my ass...
Such a cool 15-year-old.
If the headmaster didn't beat my ass for that interview, you should have beat my ass for that horoscope.
You're just
The headmaster.
a fucking problem child.
Oh, here's one you'll like, Jeff. This one's for Scorpio. You will visit tropical
Get over here.
and wonderful lands. You will take cat naps under beautiful palm trees and such vegetation. You will meet exotic and interesting people that will change your life. But you have to work your way to these places. Start at the bottom. New Jersey.
It's like in the Sopranos episode, man.
Like little jokes. I like these. You said you have 7 more, right? You had 9 total, and we'd read 2 of them.
Yeah. Let's see if...
You should make this. You should bring this back. Try to write horoscopes
write new
again.
ones? I should.
Yeah. Like a reboot, like Beavis
like
and
it.
Butthead.
All right, I'll do a couple more of these. Here's Pisces. It's time to start preparing for your future. Make some fashionable clothes out of tinfoil. Start making music with computer bleeps. Dye your hair silver and make little ponytails all over your head. This was a fucking prophetic horoscope.
Yeah, that's like The Witcher.
Music is now made out of computer bleeps. People are dyeing their hair silver and have little ponytails all over their heads. If you weren't that cool,
That's cornrows.
Yeah, well, I've never. I don't. Where are you seeing this?
like Travis
Are
Scott.
silver.
It's such a like Book of Revelation type of. And he who has worms growing out of their head.
He said silver ponytails.
Yes, he who has the silver worms growing out of the head.
Yeah, is it silver cornrows or silver
It says little ponytails.
It
dreads?
has little ponytails. Like, was this is written by the Grand Theft Auto guy?
Dye
There
your
were
hair
little
silver
ponytails.
and make little ponytails all over your head. And then it says, if you weren't that cool in the 90s, you can be the Richard Marx of the 00s. Topical.
I guess.
All right, I'll do one more. One more.
Did you mean who's Richard Marx again?
It's that singer.
It's that guy who's all, I'm Richard Marx. Fuck you.
You don't.
That was
mean-
his catchphrase.
Okay.
I'm Richard Marx. Fuck you.
Yeah,
He
that's the main thing.
he wasn't even that relevant in 1999 when you made that reference.
I think that was the point.
He was like a
But
number
anyway.
2 Lady Gaga song.
Leo for this month was grave danger lies ahead. I see a big bad smiling clown is coming to get you. He's got a big old pie ready for you. If you're not scared of clowns, a big boogeyman is coming to get you. Better luck next time.
Is it a boogeyman of a clown or a clown boogeyman?
I was just trying to cover all the bases to make sure Leo had a bad month. So if like somebody was reading this and they're like, "Oh, I'm not afraid of big bad smiling clowns with big pies," it's like, all right, well, fuck you then. A big boogeyman's coming. So this is what I teased last week on last week's episode. So this is the issue that came out right after Columbine hit. Our school president, his cousin was a student and was there for the shootings. And the front page article was written by him about the Columbine shootings. And it's got some pretty heavy, interesting quotes from the dude, too. Like, he called his cousin and, like, interviewed him. And his cousin said, I could see them outside the cafeteria as they shot at the windows, and I dropped to the ground and hid under our table. My friends and I began crawling on our hands and knees, and we could hear the bullets flying right by our ears. My friends and I got separated, and I found myself in an auditorium with about 50 other kids and a few teachers. The teachers locked the door and tried to find another way out. We found a quick exit and ran as fast as we could to get out. That was our main goal. So, very heavy quote, very heavy article. And I
It's harrowing.
only read that to set the table for this month's edition of Campus Speaks Out. What is your opinion on Columbine? So, Dusty, last week, Campus Speaks Out was on Diversity Week.
I
And
thought this was a golf show.
one hard-hitting question. One of the students was asked, what are your thoughts on Diversity Week? And he wrote, diversity is good.
Yep.
And that was
really
the-
towed the line well there.
Full quote, and they put that in the paper next to a picture of him.
Yeah.
So here's what our campus had to say about Columbine right after it happened.
Okay.
I was actually friends with a couple of these kids too.
Dude, I was about to say, after that last video you put up of you falling and breaking your ankle, I was like, you look like someone who would either be a stunt man for Jackass or like freaking school shooter, dude. Like you had that same attitude. Like it was like one of those like, oh, I broke my ankle. Either I'm going to go hang out or I might shoot something up.
Yeah, luckily I was the first guy. I just went and hung out.
He could have been the Jackass stuntman.
Look at this Denver-y ass podcast.
So this is what my buddy Justin said when he was asked about his thoughts on Columbine. Everyone should stand up for themselves, but killing people for it is going too far.
Yikes.
Hold up. Did I just join? You didn't tell me about this, bro. No.
Yeah, Dustin, if you want to protect future job offers, you can turn your video off for
I
this
thought we
part.
were just hanging out, man. and talking about poop. Remember poop, guys? Remember farts? You fucks. Remember fucking Kevin farted his poop one time and we all laughed.
Does anyone remember sharting?
Yeah, and now it's all about not that. Listen, man, if I could do one thing, I'd go back in time to Columbine and I'd shart everywhere. So everyone would be like, look at this poop, you know? And that's the quote that's going to get me my career over, you know?
That's the deal breaker.
Well, at least he didn't go the route of this guy who says, the way certain cliques treat others for being different is absurd. I don't in any way agree with what these kids did, but I understand. Oh my God.
You got some, I feel like you went to a school of like Columbine adjacent children.
Yeah, you went to Columbine High.
Dude, they fucking ran this. This went through like vetting and adults reading it, and they hit print and distributed it.
Dude, I think there's some like bad people out there, man.
You might be right, Dustin.
I don't know that. You know.
Don't you have a dude?
I'm just a simple farmer.
If you believe in the power of press and the importance of it, don't you have a duty to print it? If that's what the students are saying, I don't know.
That's true.
Geoff, this is connected to nothing.
Those could have been the best quotes available.
Seriously.
Yeah,
imagine.
They're like, what did you think, Kevin? Oh, well, bing, boing, poop, poop, fart. All right, well, we're not running that.
Well, I think you should have gotten more assignments over there at the podium.
Apparently, I got more than I remembered. I'm fucking doing movie reviews, horoscopes, interviewing the headmaster, crossword puzzles. Oh, and remember last week I was talking about my buddy that reviewed music, and I was like, check out these fucking late 90s. This just sums up 1999. Shuddy, you might get bummed out by some of these. So the 4 albums he reviewed in this issue were Obsolete by Fear Factory, Deftones' Around the Fur.
Oh my God, dude. That you might as well play like my mom's most hated music of 1999.
Sublime, 40 Ounces to Freedom.
Oh my God, everything was so evil too. Like dude, my mom burnt that Pearl Jam one, the one that was Jeremy spoken.
Was that
was
10,
is that
right?
10?
Yeah,
Yes.
she was like, you know, our cousin used to teach Jeremy.
What?
Our cousin used to teach Jeremy. And
Did he seem like a harmless
Jeremy?
Did he seem like a harmless little fuck?
Was weird whenever he mashed his teeth at the recess breast or whatever the fuck. What is that?
Yeah, for a second I was like, where the fuck is Dustin going with
Recess
this?
lady's breast. How could I forget that?
Oh, and mashed potatoes,
That.
Reese's Pieces, ladies' breasts.
He mashed his t-shirt at the lady's breast. How could I forget? Of course, he could have
Yeah, no, that's it.
mashed his t-shirt at the recess lady's breast.
That's what it says on Genius.com.
Mashed his t-shirt. Well, something's not right there.
No.
I think it's a T-shirt. That doesn't feel in place there.
How could I forget?
The 4th album he reviewed was Sublime's self-titled album. And Shuddy, I know you are a massive Sublime fan.
Yes.
What would you rate Sublime's self-titled album as?
I would rate it. See, that one, that's the first one I ever heard. So it does have a special place in my heart. But I like 40 Ounces much better.
All right. So did Pete.
So I would put 40 Ounces at 4.5 and the self-titled at 4.
Wait a second. If that's your favorite band ever, is that your favorite album of theirs?
Yes.
And it's only a 4.5? That'd be like me saying Illmatic is like a 4.5 dicker. I'm just surprised. That's all I'm saying. I figure that you would have Sublime's best album as a 5-dicker, no doubt about it.
I mean, I thought that.
And it hit me with a surprise. Yeah.
I didn't really think of that, but yeah, you're right.
My jaw left hurting.
If they're on your personal Mount Rushmore, how is 40 Ounces of Freedom
They
not
are,
a 5-dicker?
because I don't.
Like the day.
Is this how much you believe in objectivity? Is that what this is? Is this?
Yeah, I was being objective. I know that a lot of people shit on Sublime for some reason.
I would give Armageddon 7 dicks if I could, right?
I know you would.
Well, why can't you get on that level of Sublime? Just suck all of Sublime.
I mean, I
dicks.
named my fucking kid after.
That's what I'm saying. You can't
So
give it a 5-dicker?
you should. I don't understand why you're busting my balls over this.
Yeah, like you also named one of your
I'm
kids
sorry.
about over the Crow. Or do you give the Crow like 3.5 dicks?
Well, I had no say in that one.
I know.
That wasn't me. And the Crow, I probably would give 3.5 to 4.
All right, fair enough.
It's no Top Gun.
It is no Top Gun.
So
Shit.
Pete gave you should have one more kid so you can name him Iceman or something.
Maverick.
That would be cool. I actually have a friend named Maverick.
Maverick Miller.
Maverick's a
man.
badass name. Just
That
call
actually
him
does.
Mav.
That does have a nice ring to it.
Yeah.
That's it. Sharon.
Jeremy
Want to make a baby when we're done with
Spoken.
Patreon?
Make it a little Maverick.
So yeah, Pete gave Sublime self-titled album 3 stars.
Oof.
It's like, man, that's a rough review for 1999 from a high school kid. I thought everybody was like, this is the best album ever.
It was no as dark and hell is hot. I'll tell you that.
I made up my own dance to one of the songs off of that album.
Can you show us?
I gotta hold on. Let me look up the track list because I forget the name of the song.
Do you need to hear the song to remember the dance?
No. I remember the dance. Sublime track list, self-titled. There we go.
Play some
Okay.
music. You can do
Let's
your
see.
dance. I'll walk around like Kevin.
Seed. Do you remember the song Seed?
Yes.
It had like that really fast part,
Mm-hmm.
and then it slowed down a little bit, and it got like all Rasta-y. And he's like, "Ba-ba-da-ba-ba-ba, planting my seed."
Some of the back in the day, every rock song like slowed down for a little bit. Like, we're rocking, but hang on, let's chill for a second.
All right, so I'll do the dance. This was the dance you do for the fast part. You ready, Shuddy?
Mm-hmm.
This is you created this.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
I might need to stand on my chair. Hold on.
Well, that doesn't sound like a good idea. Actually, yeah, it does. Yeah, do that.
I've seen you do that dance before.
Could you see it?
Mambo number 5.
Did it work? Could you see it?
Yeah, it was kind of like in jazz hands.
Yeah, I thought it was very Popeye's commercial.
It was
No.
like jazz hands and like who's the Mick Foley character? Dude Love legs.
I don't even know what that is, but yeah,
'Cause you're doing like you're moving your legs too, right? In and
yeah,
out.
you have to bonk your knees together like this.
Right.
Bom,
Yeah,
and
you
then-
put your left hand in, you put your left.
One hand goes up, the other one goes down, and you wiggle the hands, and then you knock the knees together.
And you did this in public too? It's not a bad dance. I mean, having your own shit's kind of cool.
I mean, I did it in front of my
mean,
friends when we were smoking weed and that song came on.
Oh, okay.
Like, oh, do the Sublime dance. All right, well, I think that's about it. We've exhausted this week's edition.
Dude, I love
my
the podium.
fucking-
I wish you had more episodes. Wait, are you gonna?
Oh goodness, Kevin, please.
Can you do one of these
Crosswords.
Have you tried one of your own crosswords?
It wouldn't make sense. It's a lot of
Inside jokes.
inside jokes. Yeah, like stuff with the teachers.
Yeah.
Oh, I did get a I am the great cornholio reference in there.
Nice.
I am the great corn blank. So Holio was an answer of the crafty
Holio.
crosswords.
That makes it. I could see that.
Yeah. All right. Well, there we go. Next week is issue 2.
I'm going to refill my cup of coffee. I'll be right back.
I was gonna say I gotta go. Like, go for real. Like, you'll never hear from me again. No, I'm just kidding. Just kidding, bro. But I'll talk to you later, brother.
Are you out for real?
Actually, are we still on?
Huh?
Oh, we're still. Oh, yeah, let's hang out then. Sorry.
Yeah, we got a little bit more, Dusty.
Okay.
Man, it's hot as fucking
Whenever
nutsack.
Geoff leaves, I'm always like, well, the parade has ended. You know?
Yeah, when Geoff leaves, the party goes with him. Hey,
When Geoff leaves, I feel like every Disney firework goes off at once. You know?
I forgot to review something last week that I saw. Dustin,
I in it?
I get the impression you're a big Steve-O fan. Do you like Steve-O?
Nah, dude, I do. I really appreciate him for a lot of reasons. He's awesome, man.
So he came on the Ella show last week to promote his new special.
Yeah.
And his reps gave us like a secret link to watch his new special. And man, it was so fucking good, man.
Special?
Dude, it's a hybrid special. So like
Okay,
it's
interesting.
it's him doing stand up, but it's kind of like autobiographical. So it's not him doing like what's the deal with airplane peanuts or anything. It's like him talking stories from his life, and then it will cut to what he did. Like he talks about the time he climbed up a crane and got arrested when he was protesting SeaWorld, and then they show footage of that while he's talking about it. And then like he tells the stories behind it and what happened when he went to jail and when he got arrested, and it's all like super funny and interesting. But it's then he'll bring somebody, like he brings some of the Jackass guys out on stage and he does like a quick stunt, and then they leave, and then he'll show like a reel of him like fucking with his dad, and then he brings his dad out and then does like surprises him with like part 2 of the joke he plays on him.
Oh, that's cool.
It's fucking awesome. And even the beginning,
He's always seemed like a really cool, like legit dude, man. You know,
especially sober. Like I've been around Steve-O when he was messed up. Like I was there when he went on Howard, and I think he talked about that being one of his like lower moments, like of how fucked up he was. And I saw him in the halls, and I could see in his eyes. I was like, "Oh my god, there is nobody home behind those eyes. He is gone." But like, this special was fucking great, dude. It starts with him like before he gets on stage in L.A. and he duct tapes himself to like one of those little billboard trucks.
Oh my god!
And then all the Jackass guys are there, and they start hitting baseballs with a bat at him and nailing them with baseballs.
See, I love that's like the shit we're raised off of, you know.
And then they drive him from L.A. to Colorado, duct taped to a truck, and they go through like the mountains where it's like freezing fucking cold. And then they have a camera crew waiting outside the comedy club when he pulls up to tape a special, and they fucking cut the duct tape off and free him.
Holy shit.
Dude, I'm telling you.
Amazing. Oh my god.
That's like a
that is
David
great
Blaine
ass-
trick.
See, it's like, and meanwhile, I'm over here doing dick pussy jokes, man.
Hey, man, all you have to do
Kart
is
jokes. What am I doing, man?
just staple your pee hole shut, and you'll be...
Yeah, dude. If you
be
want,
chilling.
when you come back out here, we'll tape you to a vehicle, and then we'll drive you across the country.
You guys should go to Utah. It's kind of cool, man.
Yeah, if you want to go to Utah, I will drive you duct tape to my car in Utah, as long as you
Love that,
provide
Geoff.
consent.
Thank you, Geoff.
Hey, no problem, buddy. Trying
I'm
to
telling
keep your career thriving.
I'm
Shut
telling
up.
you, though, like...
What?
This special, like, I haven't laughed that hard in so long. I was like, holy fuck, did I
fuck
need
yeah.
that? Like,
Don't you love a good like laughing time, man?
not only that,
Oh
but
my-
like, I love the Jackass guys, you know, and it was just
Yes,
so awesome
yeah.
seeing
Dude.
them all again. It's
Yeah,
fucking
man.
great.
Dude, the other day I was thinking, it's like whenever Jackass came out, that was the equivalent of like, I don't know what came before, but like that was one of those, like, it was just a phenomenon. You know what I'm saying? Like, I remember going to the local movie theater and it was like everyone was just fucking there, man. I remember I got made fun of. Someone called me Jufro, but I was like, all right, you know, it's gonna happen. It's just funny. I'm not even Jewish. I'm Mexican. What the fuck?
But the special is called Gnarly, and you can watch it on his website, stevo.com. I think it's like $10. Fucking well worth it. Like, you will.
I'm actually
Nice.
Okay, so you can buy it for $10.
I think you can.
Website?
Yeah, I don't know if you keep it, but I think you can get it for like 30 days or something. But
I'm actually interested. You sold the fuck out of it, and it
it's
sounds
so
cool.
fucking funny.
That's amazing.
I'm sure he gets asked this every time he's promoting this, but are they doing another Jackass movie?
Yeah, they were
No.
like, yeah, Jackass 4 was supposed to come out next month, and production got shut down because of COVID.
Does
Dude,
he?
that would be so awesome, man.
Does he? Does he get bummed out? Like, not bummed out, but like, do you think it's like lame to just like bring up Jackass all the time, or is he more focused on his other project?
No, he's all about it. Like, I don't think he would have brought in like everybody from Jackass
Right.
into the
Right,
special
of
if he was
course.
trying to like distance himself from it. But I know
Yeah.
he does a stunt that's so like you get to see he's got footage from when he was at his absolute worst, and you get to see Steve-O just being a fucking drug-addled demon. Like, he shows you him at rock bottom, all the fucked up stuff he was doing.
That was like us last Jason Ellis Mania.
Yeah. And then he shows like a stunt he tried to do in his living room that sent him to the fucking hospital, and it's fucking disgusting. Like, I can't believe he got through it. I'm trying to not spoil any of the stunts he does, but it's fucking insane. And then apparently he was talking about how he's got all this other footage saved up for like a different special he's trying to do that's just like stunts. So Steve-O's fucking wheeling and dealing out there. And I forgot to do it last week, but I did want to give a shout out to that special because it's just so fucking good. And I feel like people that listen to this show, that's like similar brand of humor. Like, I don't see how you could like MSPH and think Jackass is lame. So like, it's a solid 50 minutes of just laughing your dick off.
Like
Or
Dusty
vagina.
was saying, it's like our era. It's like everyone our age fucked with Jackass for sure.
Oh, fuck yeah, dude. Like, that's just our thing,
Yeah.
I guess, right? Like, yeah.
Yeah, it's like one of those things we're gonna tell our kids and like have them watch it. Like, oh, this shit was because Jackass. By the time any of us have kids, Jackass will be so fucking canceled. It'll be ridiculous.
Nah, come, child. They put their dick into a sock, and the sock was bitten by an anaconda. It was
Who
quite
made them do this?
Yeah.
Oh no, they did this for fun.
Yeah, no.
It was funny because like Jason Ellis's kids are like in the YouTube generation, so they thought that like the Paul brothers were cool, and they're basically like the most watered down Mormon version of Jackass you could get. Like sneaking around neighborhoods and like opening people's mailbox door and running off giggling like, "Oh, we're such badasses. We're on a crime spree." And I think recently Jason was talking on the show about how he sat his son down and they watched Jackass together. And he was like, he did not stop laughing from start to finish.
Oh,
And
it's
it's
so
like-
funny. It's the best piece of like comedy ever. Like,
Yeah.
that is pure that is pure funny, man. Like,
Ja-
what are you gonna
know
do
what?
better than that? You know?
Jackass and Jackass 2 are 5 dickers. No question about it.
I would even
Right?
throw a 6th in there.
All right, cool. Fuck it. Make it 7. We'll make it. It's up there with Armageddon. 7
Yeah.
days.
Just one of those like you're trying to pile on. You know?
Yeah.
There's a little bit more room in the hatchback.
Yeah, it's a cherry on top of a sundae of dicks, except for the cherry's another dick. I mean, does anyone Do you guys agree with my motion? I motion to consider
It's like a Shirley Temple
Jackass
with dicks.
2 5 dickers.
It's fucking timeless. Like, I've seen the Jackass movie so many times, and even knowing what's going to happen, you can't help but laugh your ass off through it.
Oh yeah,
They're still
They're
so
hysterical. I love
That's
them.
just like a piece of time. Like, yeah, that reminds me of like the American Graffiti, like George Lucas. Like, it was like that's the equivalent. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, hey guys, come on, we got Harrison Ford here. Steve-O's gonna get his dick bit off.
Yeah, back in the day
It's
when people
definitely
watched
like
American
Sunday
Graffiti,
afternoon,
they were
raining and chilly movie.
We got the Millennium Falcon, and then he's gonna get his dick bit by a boa constrictor.
and then Richard Dreyfuss is going to eat one of his turds.
Dude, Wee Man skateboarding through Japan as a little panda. I fucking love that shit.
So,
feel like
you guys got anything to review that you've watched since we last convened?
Didn't we all watch something?
Yeah.
Except maybe Dustin.
Yeah, I watched Project Power last night, the new Netflix movie with Jamie Foxx, Joseph Gordon-Levitt, something Fishblock. Was that her last name? The young black girl.
Oh, I didn't look up the cast.
Why, please, like, I'm still
Think her
trying
last
to make
name's
it in
Fishblock.
Hollywood.
Anyways, with Jesus Christ, stop. I thought it was, I don't know. I was not a fan. You guys watched Project Power too, right? We're on the
Yes.
same page. Okay.
Yeah, the movie about a pill you take and it'll give you a random superpower for exactly 5 minutes to the second because you can set your watch to it and set a timer. And I guess like if you take a pill like multiple times, like if I take one and then a week later and I take one, you get the same power. So it's pretty much just
It's some it's whatever power it's inside of you. And some of them are bad.
Yeah, sometimes you explode.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hate these little superpower rules, you know, like, don't take one after midnight, but you can take this one. Like, fuck you, man.
Yeah, I was confused how like the superpower randomizer worked, or however it worked.
Well, okay, so
Help me out, Shuddy. You won Trivial Pursuit. Help me out.
at the very beginning of the movie, the first time you see Joseph Gordon-Levitt, he says that
Is he a pussy? Are we a fan of Joseph Gordon-Levitt?
I like him.
You know, he's one of those dudes that gets by, you know? Like, and we all can all go agree. He's been in Dark Knight. We give him credit for that. He's been in, what's that other?
Inception?
He's like Christopher Nolan's little boy, you know? He's like, yes, go out there.
I feel
500 Days of Summer. That's a solid rom-com.
Okay,
I like that movie.
All right.
He's
Third
got
Rock
like
from
a-
the Sun.
he's got like a B- average, right? Like he's not going to get grounded, but he's
He's
also not getting getting props for his work. I don't
so
know.
He's
I
a
just-
safe, good-looking motherfucker.
I just felt like years ago I was hyped up about his career and what it could turn into, and now that we're like 15, 20 years into the Joseph Gordon-Levitt thing, I don't know. I'd put him as an average baseball player.
Ooh.
Hot take.
All right.
Hot take. I know Hollywood's not ready for these hot takes. I try to keep them just to sports, but I'm sorry. I'm giving you like a 77 to an 81.
That's fair, Jeff.
Joseph
Eunuch just
Gordon-Levitt.
became a eunuch.
But
Doesn't make any sense.
I agree. I was a little underwhelmed by the movie. I thought, like, you know, the underground market being flooded with pills that turn you into a superhero for 5 minutes had potential to be kind of cool, but it sort of just seemed boring. Like,
A lot of potential.
I know. Hey, listen, guys. You know, and I know. I do drugs. I've never run into this before.
you've
You
never
know
gotten
what I'm saying?
superpowers?
Something that's gonna make you strong and powerful like that. Like maybe ego-wise, but like, no, it's not
Yeah.
happening.
The closest I've ever gotten was I took a pill once and it made me want to hug people for 5 hours.
That was Advil, Kevin. I don't know.
But, like, I don't know. I'm also kind of sick of fucking all these movies trying to like force Machine Gun Kelly down my throat. Like, get the fuck out of here with
God,
Machine Gun
dude.
Kelly.
I think he signed like an exclusive with Netflix or something, right?
Can we like start a change.org petition to like just keep Machine Gun Kelly in his stupid wannabe hip hop world? I just don't enjoy him. He's got a very punchable face. He looks like an asshole. I know. My buddy Dingo is homies with him, and he says he's a really nice guy, and he very well may be. But he just annoys me for some reason.
Everyone does say that. It's like, oh, I hate this guy. Oh man, you should have seen him the other day. He was helping orphans out, feeding them soup and shit, man. It's like, oh, I'm sorry, I hate him. But dude, what if like the real Machine Gun Kelly from Alcatraz like came back to life and like met Machine Gun Kelly and was like,
oh, I didn't even know that was where he got his
Machine Gun Kelly.
Dude, are you serious? Yeah, it's from like a real thing. I remember it from Mike Myers, like Machine Gun Kelly. What was that actor? Phil Hartman. Machine Gun Kelly was in this place. So I married an axe murderer. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh,
I know
God.
Phil Hartman. I know
Phil
Machine
Hartman.
Gun Kelly, and I
So I
know
married an
both
axe
Machine
murderer.
Gun Kellys.
Machine Gun Kelly was in here. He cut out the bitch's eyes. You don't remember that? Like,
So when we were watching the movie, Bill, when Machine Gun Kelly came on the screen, Bill got really angry and stormed out. And I remember when you had watched Bird Box, that's another Netflix movie, the one with Sandra Bullock. He was in that, and you got all bummed out about Machine Gun Kelly being in that. And I got to be honest, I didn't notice any time until someone else pointed him out. I don't get like the hate for Machine Gun Kelly. Like, he's such a like, and I don't mean that this is going to be disrespectful. But like, he's such a nobody to me that I don't understand like why you all worked up.
I don't mind him either.
Yeah, like it's.
I just get annoyed by his presence because, like, I don't know. I've heard some of his music and it is just not good. And it's kind of like, I feel like, you know, Bird Box was a cool movie. The King of Staten Island was a cool movie. It's kind of a bummer to see somebody who maybe it's because I don't feel like he's paid his dues. Like, all you've done is make like bad music. Why do you get to be in movies?
I know what you're saying there about the whole paying the dues. But it's like one of those things like, it's like, look at this motherfucker.
Crap's going old school Hollywood.
It's like we go to.
You should have done 5 movies before you dated Megan Fox, you bitch. You know?
Yeah, it's like going to see the new Martin Scorsese movie and fucking Jake Paul's in it. It's like, wait, what? Why? Why sully your project with this person?
Upsetting.
But it's not. He literally, Machine Gun Kelly was around for the first 2 minutes of the movie.
I know, but it still annoys me. How about he can be around for 0 minutes of the movie?
I honestly couldn't tell you a one Machine Gun Kelly song.
Neither can I.
I don't.
You know that one? It's like Machine Gun Kelly is here.
Yeah, but if he's not on your radar, like, that's what I'm confused on. How often or how much this guy shows up on your radar? Because again, like, I don't listen to his music, and I don't like. I didn't even know he was that was him. I actually could have guessed it, but I don't know. Yeah, dude, it's such a weird thing to be sidetracked on.
Although I gotta even correct myself because I did give him props for The Dirt. Again, Netflix. He must just have some deal with Netflix. I will eat shit.
Lee, right?
I will eat shit. I did like him in The Dirt, so fuck me. I'm being a grumpy bitch.
Yeah.
So let's hey, Machine Gun Kelly, you're invited on. Let's get him a Zoom link. Shuddy. Email
Dang,
him next
man.
time.
All those dudes, like, I remember, like, Pete Davidson back in the day. He's one of those cats, here's how I know Pete. He was one of those dudes, like, that was really hilarious in New York. You know what I'm saying? And, like, he got that movie, but that, like, really blew him up. What was it? Like, it was that Motley Crue movie, and, like, he, like, I don't know, he didn't play anyone huge in it, but, like, that blew him up, man.
Yeah, he was like an A&R rep or some shit, right?
Dude,
Yeah,
right?
He had like a small role in it. I think what blew him up was just being the guy in SNL that doesn't look like an SNL cast member. You know, he's kind of goofy looking. He's got a lot of crappy tattoos. And me, as a goofy looking guy with a lot of crappy tattoos, is like, oh, one of us made it in, huh? And then he just started dating like these girls that seemed a little out of his league and were very high profile. And that was like, hey, everybody look at this weird skeleton that Ariana Grande's dating. And it's like, oh, look at this motherfucker. And I think his social life was basically his big break. You know?
I can see that. I remember the last time I saw him, like, as a regular, we were auditioning for some, like, I don't even know what happened to this. It was some animated movie about a robot. And, like, I saw him in the room. I was like, hey, man, it's good seeing you. That was the last time I saw that motherfucker, dude. But
I don't think this one's hard, fellas. It's definitely Saturday Night Live that blew his ass up. I mean, he's getting in the conversation with all these, or he's getting in the room with all these hot chicks. He can make conversation. He's clearly a funny dude. He has probably some confidence, or just doesn't give a fuck and will shoot his shot. And like everyone who's everyone walks through the doors of Saturday Night Live.
Yeah,
and they get into all these parties. So he just parlayed that into mad chicks.
and that was sort of when the term big dick energy went mainstream, because everybody was like, oh yeah, Pete Davidson's got big dick energy. And then Ariana Grande's like, yeah, it's because he's got a big dick.
Can blow up a planet, you know? Small dick energy is a Death Star.
Yes, small dick energy leads to like genocides and fucking.
Yeah, we will kill big dick energy with our small dick mafia.
Yeah, small dickers try to take over the world. Be careful, those big dick energies. They just fuck supermodels and stuff.
Yeah, but we got a little sidetrack from Project Power.
Oh yeah,
It was unremarkable.
Yes, that's a great term for it, Shuddy. It was just unremarkable. I was like, found myself drifting off constantly. I had a very hard time holding my attention to it.
The action scenes were pretty lame.
There
was the only truly good action scene was the one with Machine Gun Kelly at the very beginning.
Yep, that was a kick-ass action scene.
It was kind of cool looking.
Otherwise, you had it such shaky cam that there was almost no way to see what was going on, or that one real big fight scene. You were focused on this one person the entire time with quick flashes to what was going on outside with no real indication of what was actually going on other than just flashing lights. And even the end fight was lackluster.
Yeah. The only other cool power dude was I did think it was kind of neat. They did some inventive stuff when he was fighting the dude whose powers just become like super double jointed.
Yes.
The guy who's like all rubbery and wiggly.
I was like, oh, I do not like that. Made me uncomfortable. I was like, oh, I don't like this.
That was kind of neat. And the guy who took a pill and like bone blades came out of his arms and legs, that was kind of neat. Other than that, like unnecessarily long dry spells of just boringness that I kind of drifted out on.
Had some weird like corruption, like police corruption, government corruption angle that sucked. That wasn't really that strong. I don't think there was like, they didn't give us any really cool villains. Like I wasn't really rooting for anyone evil.
That's the thing. There's never villains anymore. It's always like, oh, this guy wants to destroy the planet. It sounds like something like from our world, but in their world.
Dusty, how they pitch this movie, at least in the trailers, and one of the things they include in the trailers is that it's made by the people that did Extract, which is a movie.
Judge, yeah.
No, not that one.
No.
Extraction. Extraction is what Geoff meant.
Sorry,
Extraction.
And that's what
it was
Chris
made by the
Hemsworth-
same people that did Office Space.
That
He was some butthead.
that villain was fucking awesome.
No, it was Oliver Stone. I swear.
You guys are gonna be assholes. Whatever. You know. All
King
right.
of the Hill.
All right. I fucked that up. But point is, there are good villains somewhere. You just gotta believe, Dusty. God damn it.
Don't believe in anything anymore, Geoff.
Yikes. Your spirit's broken. So
No, just
the girl who wanted to become a rapper. Here's the thing. I actually really liked her rapping, and I thought it was fucking awesome. However, I didn't like it in the movie. Like, I enjoyed her doing it, but not place in the movie.
The only one who could,
That make sense?
remember that Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle movie where Vanilla Ice started rapping? Even then, we were all kind of like, wow, rap shouldn't be here.
Yeah, I was like, ugh, I'm a little uncomfortable here.
Yeah, it's like, even as a kid,
Go,
you're like,
Ninja,
oh,
go.
like, lame, huh?
When I was watching the movie and they like were trying to be like the parts where they were trying to be gangster and thugged out, and then the little girl starts rapping, and then she's like holding up a pill and rapping to it. I just got the impression, I was like, I get the impression that this is fucking cringy, out of touch white guys trying to seem cool. Like I got embarrassed for them. Like my face started sweating and shit. I was like,
Yeah, and even as a kid, you know that you're like, wow, something's not right here.
Yeah.
Like, this is lame. Like, I'm only 7, but I know this is not good quality entertainment, you know?
Wow. Sounds like you're getting molested by that Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie.
yeah, where did Vanilla
Swear to
Ice
God,
touch
man.
You had a completely different experience. I mean, sure, Vanilla Ice is a bummer, but I got pizza that night and stuff. It was a cool night watching Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Just don't get it, Jeff. No.
So for Project Power, I'm afraid I can
how
only
many
suck.
Jamie Fig-
I can only suck 2 Jamie Foxx power dicks.
Are you 2 Jamie Foxx power dicks or 1 Joseph Gordon-Levitt and 1 Jamie Foxx?
Yeah, just stuff them both in my mouth at the same time.
That would create a reaction.
I'm only giving it 1.5. So, fellas, flip a coin. One of you gets a hand job.
When you flip that coin, it'll land on Powers.
So, yeah, I give it 1.5.
What about you, Shuddy?
I'm at 2. It was all right. I would have much rather finished the last 2 episodes of Perry Mason last night. That's for sure.
You and the fucking Perry Mason.
It's really fucking good.
Oh my God. Shuddy's couch looks like you could really stick to it. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
Like,
yeah,
you
my fat
really-
ass would get really hot.
You're
and
really sweaty and just put your straight up ass on that couch.
I'd get up and try to go to the kitchen, and I would just bring the whole cushion with me.
Oh yeah, it looks like an Egyptian. Like, here was the pharaoh Shuddy, and he was connected by the ass to this cushion. It went from his arm to his buttocks. And there's a remote control here for an Xbox. We don't know why.
But how baller was it to be buried with, like, your belongings? Shuddy, would you bring that couch with you?
No.
I'd bring all my weed, definitely.
I'm taking the
would be
couch,
When
my
this couch gets replaced
PlayStation.
with a brand new couch, that'll be the one I take with me.
Baby Yoda's getting buried with me.
The only reason we have these couches is because we were able to buy them for a good price secondhand.
I want my volcano.
Are you upgrading your couch soon? Is that what you're saying?
I mean, I would like to eventually. I'm in the middle of a bathroom renovation that has turned into a much larger headache and much larger expense.
Oof.
So
Oof.
Oh,
Yeah.
no. Do you have any tales from the bathroom remodeling that you can tell?
well,
As Tim Allen popped out of your toilet and said, Shuddy, what are you doing?
well, we have to replace the entire subfloor. So we had to rip out walls yesterday.
Man, I'm just picturing like for some reason I can't get the image of Shuddy Boy taking a dump on Tim Allen's face, who's hiding in his toilet, and then Tim Allen goes, "Oh," and then Shuddy goes, "Oh."
And then Geoff is over there. I don't think so, Shuddy.
Oh, this is kind of hot. I'm gonna beat off to this.
Don't use my likeness and impression to say that kind of stuff. You're better than that.
Real quick, I know Arts wanted to weigh in on Project Power.
Oh boy.
Let's see if this works.
Mad
Ah!
Scientist Party Hour.
So loud.
Coming in hot.
It's ours. It's been a while since I called in to talk to the boys and everybody, all the Puminati, so I thought I'd call in and say hi. And that's H-I-G-H. Hi.
Always
Not
on
hi,
brand.
I'm high.
Always on brand. That
Anyways,
Arts.
so I'm actually not high. I'm going home from work right now, and I'm like more sober than I'm uncomfortable being at this point in the day. But I wanted to call and give a review about Power, the new Netflix exclusive that just went live a couple of days ago. I think it's Sunday. I don't know. They got me working on the weekends, and I don't like it. It's also been a fucking 120 in my area with 20% heat.
Man, Arts gets very distracted during his movie reviews.
I feel like I have pretty just fractured and weird movie reviews myself. I went on a tangent there about JGL.
Yeah, so
I'm actually not.
My thoughts on Project Power. Oh, a plastic bag just blew down my window. Oh, look at that! Look at it go! Oh, now it's flying up in the air. Oh, that cloud kind of looks like a dick. Oh, anyway, so back to Joseph Levitt, Gordon Levitt, Jason Gordon, Aurora Borealis.
I'm gonna eat you.
So that's fucking cool. Like, my car says 118 right now. Anyways, so Power. Power was kind of exactly what I expected it to be. It was kind of hokey, corny dialogue with some interesting celebrity cameos, and Jamie Foxx and Joseph Gordon-Levitt got all of the budget for that movie in their paycheck before they even showed up. It was okay. It was not terrible. It was cool. The powers were cool. I liked it better when it was just like this ominous idea of a power. I hated the fact that they spoiler alert. Hated the fact that they went in and like tried to like Mickey Mouse explain it. Oh, we got animal DNA, so it's from animals. And it's like,
you know what? I agree with Arts on that one. That was corny. Don't bring animals into this.
He hasn't said anything wrong yet.
Oh no!
Oh no!
Hold on, it closed.
like Mickey Mouse explain
There we
it.
go. There we
oh,
go.
We got animal DNA, so it's from animals. And it's like, whatever, dude. And then fucking super spoiler alert, fucking Captain Dickhead
Oh my
is
God.
what do they call him, a bullet shrimp or some dumb shit. So some fucking idiot was sitting around.
I can't believe he
we can
spoiled
make a
that.
movie about animals. It'll be crazy. Did you see how fast that shrimp goes? So that was kind of the hokey bits were really hokey and came across unsincere. My biggest gripe was every time I felt like they had an agenda to push, it was really fucking obvious. Every single leader of the criminal organization that came into contact with anybody was a fucking female. And I don't have a problem with that if you cast a female that is believably like badass or tough or something. But it was just like middle-aged ladies in tracksuits that weren't intimidating. Like, I know Hillary Clinton has a body count and looks just like that, but that's like not the architect or archetype, excuse me. Anyways, 275 for it gets points for violence and superpowers. Smoke weed, eat pussy. I'm out.
Will do, Arts. Will do.
Guys, I am so sorry. I gotta bounce, man.
That's cool, dude.
Like, yeah, sorry, man.
It's all good. Thank you for hanging out.
It's all good, homie.
Nah, this is like a weird bounce.
No.
Yeah, we tend to fucking ramble. The show goes a lot longer than it used to.
Dude, I know, man, but
It's cool,
I'll
homie.
explain later.
It was good seeing you, man.
Easy, bro. Thanks, man.
At Dustin _ Ybarra.
Yes, I love all you guys, man. Thanks for everything.
Love you too, Dusty.
Especially
Yeah, we
Geoff
love
with
you
his
too.
V-neck. Thanks, bro. Love you, man.
Later,
Bye.
dude.
Dustin.
So
There he goes.
one thing that I do have to just point out, I'm pretty sure, and I hope you post this, you can't edit it, pretty sure he just ate a booger.
How you gonna do the homie dirty like that?
Oh, because I mean, you weren't gonna edit. If anything, I'm giving you the chance
I can't
to help him.
I can't edit.
Yeah.
There's no cuts to make. I can't edit videos. That's why I've been telling you to be on your best behavior lately. Because once this
And
thing
I've been on
goes,
my
I
best
can't
behavior.
fucking
I
chop
didn't eat
shit
the
out.
booger. I didn't eat the booger.
Oh, fucking Geoff.
I'm saying we have some very observant Puminati out there, and they would have noticed. They would have noticed the homie.
Well, thanks to you, Geoff, nobody will. Now it will not go unnoticed by anybody.
He got one knuckle deep and tasted it. That's all I'm saying.
You guys are not very observant.
Wait, you didn't see him eat a booger?
I'm not referring to that. I've had something that I've been waiting for you guys to mention.
I mean,
all night.
If you're talking about Baby Yoda, I did mention it.
Oh, you did? Then I'm not observant.
Why?
I was trying to make jokes about what you were going to take with you when you got buried as an Egyptian pharaoh, but I think I kind of got steamrolled a couple of times, so it might have gotten buried.
Oh, fair enough.
But yes, I do see your Baby Yoda. Is that a fucking puppet?
No, it's just a little Baby Yoda
with a weed face mask, a pot leaf mask.
Okay, so Michaela, she bought this on a shopping trip to Ross, and I came downstairs and Baby Yoda was wearing it. We're talking about the face mask, and I just think it's fucking hysterical because it's bedazzled. So there's like a rhinestone. There's like silver rhinestones.
That looks like
$20 mask.
I know that looks like a mask you would win at the Jersey Shore Boardwalk for playing skee ball.
Yes, it's exactly. Or you'd buy it at the Shore store.
Yeah,
I bet you Arch would pay $300 for that mask right now.
I did watch another Netflix movie.
Oh, I also watched something last Tuesday. You go first, Kevin. Sorry.
So I watched this new horror movie that advertised that it was starring Johnny Knoxville, called We Summon the Darkness. And spoiler alert, Johnny Knoxville's in it for like a combined 5 minutes, maybe. So it was...
You must have been pissed.
It was a bit of a bummer. It seemed like a movie that was right up my alley. It's a horror movie that takes place in the 80s, following a bunch of metalheads, and involves a murderous satanic cult. Fucking on paper,
that sounds right in your wheelhouse.
Sounds sweet.
Spoiler alert. Hey, did Johnny Knoxville show up in the Steve-O video? Was that one of the
everybody.
Was that one of the cameos?
Everybody from Jackass was in it.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead. My bad.
So it's these three like hot chicks are going like road tripping to go to a metal show. They meet these three goofy Hesher type dudes, and then the shenanigans kick off. And it was kind of in the same vein as Project Power, where I was just like, what's fucking going on here? Will something just like happen? This is kind of boring.
Bring Johnny Knoxville back.
It stars one of the most epic babes in history.
Imagine Poot?
No, Imagining Poop wasn't in this one. I think it's somebody you're very familiar with, Geoff. Alexandra Daddario, who from
True Detective?
Yes, who is so off the charts hot. I think if aliens came down to Earth and you put me and her next to each other, they'd be like, okay, this is a high-functioning life form standing next to a fish. Like, we're not even the same species, me and her. She and I. She's so hot, it's like brain melting. But, you know.
Guys sleep with her. What's the name of the movie again?
We Summon the Darkness.
We Summon the Darkness.
I just saw it just got released on Netflix. It was one of those things that starts auto-playing when you fire Netflix up. And I was like, all right, it's 90 minutes. That seems like a good riding the exercise bike movie. And it just was underwhelming. Story was a little lame. They, without spoiling too much, even though the movie was very, very predictable. I predicted just about everything that happened in it, but there are religious people in it who are bad guys, and they're like cult-like religious, but they use "goddamn" and "Jesus Christ" as an exclamation, like constantly. It's like, how can you be super religious and you say God damn it all the time?
Lord's name in vain.
Yeah, it was just weird. I know it's like a tiny nitpicking thing, but like, how can I believe these people are super religious when they're constantly going, Jesus Christ? It's just strange. Geoff, I know you're thinking it, so I'll tell you, no nudity.
I mean, who isn't thinking that as soon as you hear that woman's name? I would go to war for Alexandra Daddario.
Yeah. I feel like if she was born centuries ago, there would have been wars waged in her name.
Yeah, justified. It would have been in the history book and shit. People would have gotten it.
There was a part that I did like. They are drunk and drinking around a campfire, and they do cheers to Cliff Burton. So as a metalhead, I appreciate that shout out. The band that they go and see looks like a nu metal band. It's like these young kids, and they're just on stage performing as a Merciful Fate song plays, which is kind of weird. Like, if you're trying to pick a band to play over a fake band performing, why would you pick somebody with such a distinct voice like King Diamond? Like, just pick somebody that just blends in that you don't even recognize. Why are you going to pick fucking Merciful Fate?
Yeah, like, whatever. Just bullshit-ass bar cover band
But
voice.
Hey, if they got a payday off of it, I'm pumped for that. But otherwise, the kills weren't really all that gory. It was predictable, and the dialogue was kind of stupid. So again, another just bland, uninspired two-dicker.
Honestly, and you can't, and you haven't said this enough, but no nudity. I mean, if you have a horror movie with this woman and it's rated R and her or her hot friend's nugs aren't coming out, you automatically have a ceiling of 4 dicks. Like, the most I can give you would be 4 dicks. I mean, you can't have a rated R horror movie and not have nudity. That doesn't compute to me. Is this wrong? This is not a good 2020 take. I'm sorry. Never mind. Never mind.
See what
I like it that you reprimand yourself now.
Yeah,
But at least you're recognizing it
I'm
enough
evolving.
where we don't have.
See, what people need to understand is that, like, for incels like us growing up, watching a horror movie and getting thrown some fucking sympathy boobies was about the most we got sometimes. It was a lot of rough patches in a young man's life, and throwing on a horror movie and seeing some boobies was like a nice pat on the't like, hang in there, buddy. Here's some boobs.
It's gonna be okay.
This is incel locker room talk, if you will. We'll save this for the Asian coffee house, I guess. My bad. A point is, I'm disappointed with the IMDb parental guide reasoning for the rated R and what it's missing. I'll leave it at that.
Fair enough. Shuddy, what did you watch on Tuesday?
We watched Vivarium
Oh, I've heard that is very bad.
with Jesse Eisenberg and Imagining Poops.
Wait a second. I could be fucked up here. You did this last week, too. Did you suck any Summon the Darkness dicks?
2.
Didn't you miss a dick rating last week?
Yes.
What was that again? What
Oh,
movie did you
that's
just
right.
watch?
That's right. Okay, so Shuddy, I'm sorry, but this also does
It's okay.
play into your thing because it's another. You texted me that Vivarium was an existential horror movie, right?
I mean, without really quite understanding the definition, yes, I would say that it is because it's fucking bizarre.
So I watched that new quote-unquote horror movie, She Dies Tomorrow, and got so caught up in tearing it to shreds, I forgot to review it. And, I mean, I don't know what the bottom of the barrel is for our rating system. I did throw it out there in Discord, and Ginger and Juice suggested a micro dick is is like basically a bomb, the lowest of the low, the lowest rating you can give a movie. I don't know if it's 0 dicks, a half a dick, a quarter of a dick, or a micro
I think
penis.
micro dick is funny. That's a good one.
So let's christen that new rating.
Yeah.
And She Dies Tomorrow gets the first ever micro dick in MSPH history.
First ever Mad Scientist Party Hour micro dick. Oh
What?
my God. You just been hit him with the Kevin button.
Well, real quick, now that we have a term for it,
Uh-oh.
Oh, you're going to get shutty too?
I'm going to retroactively, or I'm going to retcon my rating of Mean Guns from What the Fuck Did I Just Watch to a micro dick.
Oh, damn.
Nice.
I did not like Vivarium. And
We got to get another micro dick ready?
I can't. No, because I can't quite explain why I didn't like it.
It's too existential, huh?
Visually, the tone of the movie was cool. Jesse Eisenberg in a dramatic role and not a role that was intended to be funny was very good. Imagining Poops, what needs to be said about her?
I mean, it's one of the fan favorites. Puminati fan favorites.
She was excellent, but
Of course.
it was such a weird movie. So the plot of the movie is her and Jesse Eisenberg are together. He's a gardener. She's a, primary school teacher, little kids. And they're looking for a house. And they get shown this one house and end up getting trapped in the neighborhood. Like it's never really explained what it is. They just can't ever leave. And then a baby shows up and it says, raise it and you will be released. And then the kid's like this weird demon child. It only takes place over the span of 90 days and the child grows up completely. And it's like, it's an allegory for being trapped in a routine, raising somebody else's kid, raising a kid with special needs. There was just too much subtext.
Did my mom write this movie?
Going on that it was so fucking convoluted.
Yeah, that sounds very getting high on your own farts type.
So hold
movie.
on, let me read you the IMDb synopsis.
Oh, you know what? I got to find the reviewer that gave She Dies Tomorrow 0 dicks and see what he thought of Vivarium.
Yeah. Also, tell him our micro penis idea. See if he wants to piggyback off of that and help propel it to greatness. Anyways, Vivarium, the IMDb plot synopsis, and this is, I'm going to tell you where I'm out on movies. A young couple looking for the perfect home find themselves trapped in a mysterious labyrinth-like neighborhood of identical houses. As soon as I see the word labyrinth, I head the other direction. I know that's a I know that I think the definition of labyrinth is confusing, and I want nothing to do with labyrinths at all.
What about the
Pan's
movie that is
Labyrinth?
titled Labyrinth?
What's up?
What about the movie that's titled Labyrinth? The
No,
80s
that's with
movie.
David Bowie, right?
Yeah. You're not watching
Won't
that.
touch it. Won't touch it. Pan's Labyrinth. Won't touch it. You know that movie?
Yeah.
Isn't that a Guillermo del Toro movie?
Guillermo, yes.
It sure is. Not Benicio.
Yeah, wrong Del Toro. I don't like that Del Toro. Sorry, I didn't mean to hijack your Vivarium review.
But yeah, it was weird. It's also a 2-dicker.
Higher than I thought it was going to get.
I mean, like I said, I watched it. I was just like, it ended and I was like, I don't know. I just don't like this. I don't know why. Again, obviously it has to do with the convoluted plot or the meaning in the movie, which the director said it's open to interpretation and there is no hidden meaning, and he likes to hear other people's thoughts on it. Like, that is absolutely getting high on sniffing your own fucking farts.
Yes.
Oh, no one told me this movie had a fucking labyrinth in it. Oh!
Soon as I see Labyrinth,
It's not
I'm
even
not interested.
Labyrinth isn't even really a good word for it, because no matter which way they go, they always end up back at the house. Like, they're not lost in the neighborhood. Like, no matter which direction they go for how long, they always end up back at the house.
I mean, isn't that what a labyrinth is, though? It's just a big looping weird maze.
The labyrinth is a maze, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, MJ. I'm sick of all this fucking Labyrinth talk, too.
Geoff, you do realize you're holding a cubed labyrinth in your hand, right?
I know. It took me 33 years to get my own one of these. That's how afraid of them I am. I told you, that's my whole thing with Rubik's Cubes. I look at them as like mysterious objects. They make me nervous. I only work on it like...
How's your progress?
It's terrible. I'm never going to finish this. I'm literally never going to... I am such an underdog to finish this fucking Rubik's Cube for now until I die. Let's say I live to be 70. 37 years? No chance. 36? No way.
Do we see the possibility of you looking up a YouTube video on how to solve it?
No, that's bitch shit. If I can't figure this out, I don't want to know the answer.
You know what? I'll fucking peel the stickers off and reattach them in the right order before I look it up on YouTube.
I honestly would feel better about that. Yeah, I would feel better about that. There's no chance that I go to YouTube because, and I want to say this as convincingly as I can, because if I fucking solve this thing, you motherfuckers out there, and I'm thinking of a few specific Puminati, you motherfuckers out there better not accuse me of going to YouTube.
Well,
Thunder Wolf.
Here's what I'll say about that, because like I mentioned, I think last week, I actually looked up on YouTube how to do it, because I was like, you know what? I'm a doofy guy. Nobody looks at me as like a beacon of intelligence. So I feel like I'm the type of guy where if I just out of nowhere pulled out a Rubik's Cube and solved it in like 15 seconds, everybody who witnessed it would shit their pants and be like, what the fuck? I just thought it would be a cool thing to just surprise people with. And when I started the video and this fucking dork pulls a Rubik's Cube out and he's like, so what you have to do is match the algorithm with the pi squared by the tangent of the root of poop. You watch the video and the guy might as well go, okay, here's step one. It's just as helpful.
It came like fully solved already, and I was pissed. I was like, wait a second, I gotta mix this myself? It's like giving me a fucking milkshake with the ice cream and the milk. Like, yeah, you got a blender, right? Like, mix my Rubik's Cube up for me. I had to like drink beers and like do it so I would forget.
They do that so you can see that they do all line up. You know, somebody would...
I believe them. Jesus Christ. They haven't been judged by the Better Business Bureau. They've been around for fucking how many years? Like, I can assume how many different colors is it? 9? Wait, Wait, no, I'm not gonna do this. That's how you get caught in the labyrinth.
You're in a fucking labyrinth right now, Geoff.
No, I'm not gonna ruin this episode. I'm gonna have
a cube with 9 sides. Oh my god!
I'm putting it back. I'm putting it down. I don't know what's happening. I'm putting it down.
All right, this might be a good time to start Patreon. So hey, fucking thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. For those of us on YouTube, if you aren't, full episodes are going up on youtube.com/Mad Scientist Party Hour. So check it out. We've got some older footage up there too. So subscribe and you won't miss it when we put new episodes out. And if you need more MSPH in your life, please, I strongly suggest you head over to patreon.com/Mad Scientist Party Hour. We've got 2 tiers of content, and they are both dope as fuck if I do say so myself. Last week, we just got caught up riffing. Shuddy Boy hit us with some lottery news story that completely broke our brains. We did a fucking hour-long episode. That's, how long the main show used to be when we started it before it turned into a fucking 2-hour poop and fart extravaganza. So you're getting tons of content. I think we're going to do our 135th episode or something like that tonight. Tons of shit, so check it out.
I really wish you didn't bring that up. That was my least favorite fucking story in the history of Shuddy's News. I hate that. I hate that person.
I loved it. That was so much fun.
Angry.
I was so exhausted.
In the middle of the night angry, and I got into an argument with someone on Discord about it.
And then he went hard the very next day about it. And when it was pointed out that it happened previously the same way, it set Geoff off even more.
Oh, I was enraged. We got to get these people on the podcast. These people. I didn't mean it like that. The winners.
So this is the shit you're missing out on if you're not behind the paywall at Patreon. So check it out. You can also follow us on Instagram. I'm at Kevin Kraft.
At Shuddy Boy.
Nah, follow my podcast at Fade the Media. I had Kevin Kraft on last week, and we did a official 90s hip hop playlist versus battle with the co-host of my podcast, Azza, and one of his homies. And my buddy George was the other judge. It was me, Kevin, and George. It was a lot of fun. Kevin, thanks for coming on.
It was awesome.
I hope you had fun.
I did, for sure. That was awesome. I learned, man, those dudes know a lot about hip hop. I learned a lot of shit, and actually heard some songs I had never heard before and downloaded them as we were doing the show. I thought it was awesome.
Yeah, me and you were using our wit and our bullshit to just keep our heads above water in that conversation. Those fools really knew hip hop or no hip hop. So.
Yeah.
And thanks for coming on. It was a lot of fun. At Fade the Media. That's my plug. Sorry.
Yeah, check it out. And if you want to be a part of voicemails, just call 201-472-0139. And our email address has changed, so if you want to shoot us an email, it's madscientistpartyhour@gmail.com. And that's about it, friends. So until next time, oh, God damn it, Shuddy. You know what? I'm convinced. I'm 100% convinced. You just fake it. Every time I don't go, Shuddy, you got anything? You go, nope. That's my new Puminati fucking conspiracy theory. Watch, he's like, buy acai bowls.
Who deliberately doesn't ask me when there's a you should just ask me.
Because you never do.
But this time I do.
I you know what? Shuddy, to defend you here, I think it is a little awkward to try to bring something up because Kevin's so smooth with the outro. That's why I just, instead of plugging my Instagram, that's how I handled it. But so just to give Shuddy a little defense, it's you end the episodes really smooth. It's hard to get anything in.
Anyway,
just buy acai bowls.
Is happening again. We've heard from 9 of the 12 teams. If the 3 of you who haven't responded could respond, because I'd like to set up the draft.
Really? The fucking
as soon as
PooFL?
possible. Yep.
I thought football was canceled. Can't we just...
Nope.
No, the NFL has said
Motherfucker.
No matter what, they are playing.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
Even
they're
if
putting
it's-
out a fucking product.
Even if it's a quarterback versus the kicker, and they're the only 2 people on the field, a game will happen.
Listen, if the Illuminati can make the fucking coronavirus, they can certainly have football be played through it. Listen, there's too many big dicks, there's too many alphas, there's too many fucking titans of industry that will lose money if there's no football. Football's coming back, and thank you, Shuddy. The PooFL and the PooFL 2 are both going to relaunch. And am I one of those 3 people? Because I haven't replied to any.
No. We heard from 6. I assume you 2 and me don't have a choice, so that's 9.
And I'm just gonna. I should ask you guys about this off record. I'm gonna put you on the spot. We got to do a Zoom call for the draft. Got to do a Zoom call.
I put that in the thing on the league, and I said, and we'll do a Zoom call.
Has to be done.
I'm like dying inside, remembering how much of a fucking waste of time this stupid bullshit is.
You're gonna win one of these years.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are.
I'm not gonna win.
You're gonna win.
And it's just gonna be a fucking perpetual pain in my fucking ass. I thought that was gonna be one of the only like silver linings of COVID is I don't have to deal with this stupid shit for at least a year.
Yeah, I know what you're trying to get me to do, and I'm not going to say one of those bad words that are going to get us canceled. But you're behaving really poorly right now. You're not being a homie. Listen, I do Dungeons and Dragons happily. I'll do the next. I have no problem with Dungeons and Dragons. Sack them and do some fucking fantasy football.
Because it's fun, and we do it once, and then it's over. This is a fucking nightmare every week. This
really
stupid shit. I got to do fucking
argument of Dungeons and Dragons over football. Really? Who's gonna vote? Who's gonna be on your side on that one?
I'd rather play Final Fantasy than play Final Fantasy football. Can eat my butt.
So anyway, it is happening.
Get back to the commercial.
So I think we're gonna have a full roster again, but if we don't, I will open it up to others.
To the highest bidder. Just kidding. There's no bidder. Just kidding.
So yeah, that was it. Thank you, Kevin.
Boo. Oh, I don't.
Doesn't seem like you're really upset that I had something.
It doesn't seem like the Puminati's all that excited about your announcement, Shuddy.
Kevin, just get some beer, get some Sprite. You have a whole bunch of weed lean. You'll make a little. It'll take an hour and a half, 2 hours. I forget how long they last. Hour and a half.
Yeah.
I say we give it more time in between picks, just bullshit. But whatever, it won't take that long.
Yes, it will. Nothing with football ever moves along briskly. It's a long, dragged out, boring, pulling teeth, steaming pile of shit.
Jesus Christ, you sound like Nachi. Where's this? At least there's no accent here. Fuck, you fucking nag. I hear you. You don't like football. God, Jesus Christ.
All right, thanks for listening, friends. But until next time,
something.